What is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to the Tasha C Show. Shout out to my YouTube and podcast fam, hugs and love and all of the above. And if you're listening to this podcast and you're, your first time listening to you like what you're hearing, my lovely voice, go ahead and follow wherever you're listening to, whether it's Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that Podbean, all that good other places you can listen to, including Baker. Also, if you're listening to the video or you're watching past videos when I'll show my face on YouTube until in the near future when I'll come back on YouTube again, go ahead and click that follow button and don't forget to click the notification button where you can hear past and also future episodes. Well, no, I mean just for the future episodes. My bad, y'all. Anyways, y'all, I wanted to go ahead and make an episode, which I told y'all I was going to make any more episodes for October, and I surprisingly kept that promise until next month. And today is November the 1st, 2020. It is almost 8:52 p.m. And, y'all in the U.S., whatever, we got 1 hour sleep back. Yesterday was also Halloween. I hope y'all enjoy your Halloween, stay safe and so forth. And, 2 more days, y'all. Well, almost exact 2 more days. We not times of 10 unless, some delays and stuff, whatever. It's November the 3rd is my parents' anniversary, and also voting. Go rock the vote if you haven't already. And it's also supposed to be the last day of Mercury retrograde. Like I said, technical errors, people come up with your past. You gotta be careful what you buy, especially electronics and purchases such as that, because a lot of stuff seems like go haywire, communication, delivery, all that other stuff, y'all. So, yeah. And yesterday, y'all, was a full moon. I kind of know about stuff like that, but don't, But yeah, y'all, it was a full moon last night. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to come on here and actually, make an episode. I may make another podcast episode this week. After the elections results, just pray, regardless what the outcome is, y'all, just pray, positive vibes, wish for the best. That's all I can say about that one. And keep it from there, even though I'm keeping it around, no problem saying who I'm which I already had voted. Which is, I voted for Biden and Harris. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, you made it vote for them, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But that's who I chose. So, and Democrat, I don't think you can split in Michigan, nothing like that. So, but anyways, y'all, it's just a miscellaneous things I want to talk about today. First, before I go into anything, I wanted to give an update and give props because, also you need, I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Now, Color Me Pink, with Pink is spelled with a Y instead of I, which is also Keisha's urban channel. And I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is phenomenal offer that, I don't want to say like she's in the urban romance or urban story area. But if you hear like me, my boyfriend and Cranes in the Sky, I think Playing Hard Paper, one of her books is actually being turned into a movie, which I also had talked about before. Now, she also has videos, not only doing reviews and recaps and doing beauty videos and all that stuff, but also she has behind the scenes and, that talks about behind the scenes, updates and stuff about people in reality shows. And then she has, when she's spilling the tea about, gossip or alleged leaks and stuff going on. And the reason why I wanted to say this, y'all, because I've been trying to find a sense here. Now, I know we're going back and adding on to the Ryan Henry situation and his entanglement with his best friend that he stabbed in the back with the longest knife, and slept with his child's mom and so forth. Okay. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I had brought up, y'all, that I was wondering, was Ryan Henry's mom going to say something about this situation? And it turns out, now that's what I'm saying, look at Color Pink's channel on her latest video that she just uploaded today, November the 1st, on Spill the Tea. Actually, you can watch, all her videos. You can also too, which I need to, which in near future, I will, go and read her books. Since it was one of those people I always wanted to read and never got a chance to. And, she, like I said, even when she reviews a lot of shows, she be right about, like, when she's reviewed Power, the first Power, and then she be predicting this and this and this and this. She's a phenomenal writer, and that's not even reading her books yet. So I'm like, how she be know how some of these shows be going, and a lot of predictions be right. Okay, she need a turban like Call Me Loud Cleo. Okay, y'all know who that is. Got her so good she no longer living. Y'all know that. But anyways, his mama go basically check Anthony and call him a bitch ass. He doesn't need to say anything about it. Excuse me? See, that's why, Ryan, got this. He has an enabling mom, maybe the dad too, but also too, there was an interview, I think, All About the Tea. Like I said, go to Coming Pink's video and she will explain that he did an interview. And Ryan didn't even really apologize until the dude asked him, like, are you at least gonna apologize? And all this other stuff or whatever. So basically proves even more like Ryan Henry is fine, but when it comes to morals as far as right now, he ain't ish. The bitch that did that, she ain't ish. And his mom, like, got the nerves to, like, not make her son accountable, even though, and on top of number one, is he grown as hell, but that's ridiculous. And remember, Ryan Henry's been accused that he allegedly wanted to, and, basically flatline Anthony, I'm trying to be careful what I said, because I'm up on this YouTube, flatline him, if you know what I mean, because he told Rachel about what the hell he did. So I'm going to possibly watch that interview later on, because like I said, it sounded like a good interview. If y'all heard a little click, I am using the mobile app in order to record this episode. But yeah, y'all, just proves even more like, okay, I don't stop, because he still, is a great, phenomenal tattoo artist so far. I'll give him credit. But when it comes to, like, some people say, Don better watch out. If y'all watch Black in Chicago, he might be trying to smash Ashley next. And, or whenever he gets in a relationship, if he already isn't already in another relationship, he might be sliding over there too. Okay. Because somehow this second time when you're supposed to be cool, with somebody, because if you want to count C's and count that as the situation as well, that he smashed when it's he this ain't the first time he's done that, and I'm talking about probably not on camera, but it's just whatever, y'all. Now here's a couple of stories. First, we're gonna go to the website real quick, y'all, and confirm. Now, one of these stories I've actually did not know about until I watched Bonnie Blue, who's also on YouTube's Live. And I actually it was one of the few times I reviewed the whole series, and that was like, 5 or 6 years ago, of the Basketball Wives, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. British Williams was one of the people I was terrible with our views. And I meant terrible as far as like me just roast everybody, but it was just like the first how she was acting. If y'all watch the season, you understand why. And after a while, it just seemed like she was okay. But she was on there basically, she had her man that was, she was on there basically because her man, or former ex-man, my bad. At the time, y'all, was Lorenzo, his name. He played overseas. And they recently went back where they went on another show, which was Marriage Boot Camp, whatever, Reality Stars. And then they still weren't married. They got tattoos and everything. And they had not got married. But, British Lou, that she wanted to get married. Lizzo Thomas made it seem like he wanted to marry her, but they never got married. And then they recently, a couple years ago, became parents to a little girl. But I didn't know that she broke up and there's some drama with them. And it's like, what the hell is this? So this is from the Shade Room actual website, Celebrity News, which is Brittany Williams and her ex, Lorenzo Gordon, call each other out on social media. And British still to this day, I hope she has Halls, that spray river, because she's yelling. She is yelling, okay? Here's their article. It has been some years since we've seen former Basketball Wives star British Williams and Lorenzo Garner on our television screens together. But let's just say that British is not here for Lorenzo at the moment, and she's made sure to let him know that the rest of social media by yelling at us on Tuesday. In a series of videos posted on her Instagram account, British called out Lorenzo, say, public service amounts, my baby daddy's a bitch. Let's make that fucking clear. I do not talk to you. I don't want to be bound by you. I don't want to do the voice. I changed my number almost 2 months ago. You can't even effing contact me. What the F are we talking about? You don't get your effing child. You don't take care of her. You don't send no money. You don't do ish. She continued to say, don't nobody owe you ish. I don't owe you mother of a thing for some ish that you effing bought me. Are you dumb? Who even asked him if ish back? And it didn't take long for Lorenzo to hop on his Instagram to respond to British. She even alleged that her current boyfriend threatened to kill him in front of their daughter, and she repeated it to him. He also said he hasn't seen her in 5 weeks in order to keep the peace. However, he did say he made British, and that if it was for him, wasn't for him, she wouldn't have been on Basketball Wives, and wouldn't have been able to accomplish some of the things she has done. Now, okay. Now here's my take, because I did watch all the videos with both of them. And here's what British was saying, besides, they had to mention about the shade room and stuff like that or whatever. And I remember British was also saying, like, I ain't worried about blah, blah, blah. And it is true, like, what the thing is, it's like he hasn't took care of the daughter. That's a question mark, but it was just a lot going on. And she was basically saying, you used to eat my ass and all. So I'm like, well, huh? What is going on? I mean, that was in her stories that she also posted as well. But it was just really... It's just class. She's basically like, I stopped my Forbes companies. I know she had a clothing line or online store before, but she had to remind us also on this one that she stopped her companies to talk to you. I'm good. Blah, 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 this and that, you took your kid, blah, 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 this, my man, I'm chilling, blah, 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 blah. And she, I'm muted I'm at Janet Jackson talking mode compared to what the hell her ass was sounding like. So she angry as hell. Then Lorenzo's coming there, you talking about people eating ass, and I can, shade room, bottle, he has to mind those too. Okay, so I'm like, hey, is they responding y'all videos? Shoot, as much as they put on here. And then he basically he hasn't seen, which he did say in his video about he has not seen his daughter 5 weeks, because he said this nigga, now they did some bitch ass stuff if the guy says he wants to do something to Lorenzo, whatever. I just hope the grace of God they're able to co-parent, or to get the grandparents meet up in the McDonald's parking lot to pick up the baby in front of the police station, because that's ridiculous, back and forth. But I mean, I didn't even know they weren't even together no more. And like I said, she's broken off in March. I also remember that too. But it was just a lot of, like I said, ping pong back and forth, the effery. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to wait for the 10 minutes to go by. So anyway, all right, this was something I have seen in a post, and then I went and found on the source, the website, and it's really sad about how we still deal with colorism issues to this day. And from the source, and I know a lot of people, I forgot, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I forgot which Instagram place I got it from, but I just Googled about this, if y'all know about the City Girls JT, which is, the more of the, actually, not more, she is the lyricist of the group, if I'm concerned, but it's kind of sad or whatever. Now, this is from Miss 2B's, from the source, October 28th, 2020, and City Girls JT because someone she laid with called her black and crunchy. That is retarded. Colorism is an issue that's prevalent in the black community. JT from the City Girls opened up about her own experiences with being dark-skinned and dating color-struck men. It should be color-struck little boys, because that's some bitch. Okay. I can't believe someone I laid with and I thought was my friend before anything sat around bitches and called me black and country. She tweeted Monday. When he say that to me, I be thinking, say that to me, I be thinking, be joking, but he really feel that way. Wow. That is really disturbing. The actress admitted that she used to be insecure about it, but now she loves the skin that she's in. I had insecurity issues for a minute, but I know that I'm that bitch now, and I know I'm pretty dark and all. Fans speculate that she was talking about Lil Uzi Vert, who she is rumored to be romantically connected to, but have not yet confirmed or denied it. But she did not mention the name. It's so sad that females of a darker complexion really get criticized about their complexion. It is so toxic, one fan treated. Normalize all shades of being brown, being beautiful. Amen to that. Expose all the colorists. It's even more toxic when it's somebody you know. Do you know anybody who received backlash about your skin color? Oh, that's a whole episode within itself, y'all. But it's sad. She's beautiful. And anyway, I also wanted to talk about real quick. Speaking of JT, now have you heard about Ari Lennox, who's a great soul singer, whatever, and I think she's under the J. Cole label, right? Now, not personally me, and it's not because they're both two beautiful two beautiful women. They look similar because of their skin tone, but they do, and it was one picture that they did look a little similar, okay? And JT ended up getting mad and blocking a fan that said that it looked right, because she was mad like this, like, hey, yeah, she's pretty, but we don't look alike. And the only thing I come up is she probably thinks like people are trying to put them together because they're both two brown skinned queens. And it's just like, whoa, okay, but personally me, they look like, and like I said, it has nothing to do with their shade. They just did look like in the pictures they had next to each other, they looked like they could have been either sisters at least, or, like I said, I don't know. I think maybe she just felt some type of way. Who knows that? Considering, like I said, she already vented about being in an abusive, like a mental abusive, at least, so-called relationship or situationship, and somebody making it seem like because she is a brown-skinned woman, to berate her. And like I said, that's a sad and messed up issue within itself, but there are people, fortunately, that feel that way, and there's still issues with that. And heck, I remember even I took a sociology class, and even around the world, certain areas, how they look and berate people that are browner shades and different ethnic and race backgrounds. Oh gosh, y'all, that is just so freaking sad. Okay. Now, also, I already had talked about this. Now, what the heck now? When you think you got yourself together and then you trying to look for the stuff. Now, I talk about Brittany Williams. It's just a hot ass mess. Hot ass mess. That's all I have to say about like the British Williams comment. Okay, and the poor baby has to be the one who suffered with all this. But that is I will say some F-boy stuff if the man that she's going with now threatened, talking about he gonna do something, to him in front of his baby and whatever. That oh gosh. Now what the hell, y'all? Just give me a moment, because again, I have all these damn now this is kind of messed up. Now, if y'all heard recently, and it's also Lovely T that has her video, and when you look at this thing, you're kind of seeing like, unfortunately, how you have generational curses and generation like continuation neglect, and generations that continue on like a sad pattern. But this still be saved, whatever, in a product of a child's environment. But also, it just is completely messed up now. And y'all, if y'all heard about this, now I just got the SantaRose.com. But like I said, as far as you want a thorough video that gives like complete background about this, and still it's questionable because I don't know. Hope by grace God this baby is alive, but it's still question mark, like how in the world did this happen? But it's supposed to be a quote rapper who is a 12-year-old child himself. Is sentenced to 7 years for shooting a 1-year-old baby. And this is on Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, on Thursday. Now, this is our first go around, whatever this happened. And okay, but here's the little information that we'll go by. A Texas just lost his patient with a juvenile Crips gang member who removed his ankle monitor and shot a 1-year-old baby. The judge sentenced the 12-year-old to 7 years in the juvenile detention center. The boy broke down and cried during a Zoom detention hearing in September, but the judge told him to save his tears. Every time you come in here, you cry. You know that, right? Judge Kim told rapper Little Rodney. Every single time you beg me for one more chance, you swear to God on my mama's name, I'm not going to cut off the monitor. I'm not going to run off, said Judge Kim. The boy, who also answers to 30 shots, admits he cut off his ankle monitor to attend a friend's funeral, but he couldn't recall the friend's name. He told the judge he only knew the friend by his nickname. The boy's grandfather, who helped raise him, also attended the Zoom hearing. Judge Kim told the boy he would be detained in a juvenile detention center until he turned 19. Rodney's mother was interviewed after the hearing. She's a single mom who gave birth to Rodney when she was 16. The boy's father abandoned his family, and Rodney's mom chose not to seek child support. She said she was sent away to prison twice when the boy was a toddler. Rodney, who was raised by her father, who lovingly refers to his grandfather as Pawpaw. And that was it. And I mean, I don't think I seen the boy's mother, but when she did the interview, it was kind of like, okay, I did a couple of series, but I wasn't around him long, and I was a young mother and I needed help. But it was kind of like to the guys that she was in the video with, I don't know who they were to her, but it was just like, what the hell is this? It just seemed like a repeated pattern where it's like, I know, she's trying to do the best that she can. I mean, no, the grandfather's but do can, but he's around also these boys when they show clips of the videos of his videos where he's with these older boys and stuff like that who are enabling and him to to pressure him to do this behavior. And I'm like, this baby still got his baby teeth in, but it's like what even sad is like, how did he end up shooting anybody, period, and shooting at a child? Is the baby like, what is going on here? And it's like that child, does just need, because he does have self accountability for committing a crime, but also, y'all, he does need severe intense therapy. And I would help like the grandfather, because the mom seemed like she there, gave birth, and that was it, and whatever, just want to do interviews, whatever. It just seemed like even she doesn't seem to have like an accountability, and she like, to a certain point, at least what I've seen. Okay, so anyway, also, y'all, I forgot to mention this in my last video, and I've also forgot to mention, but my sister hasn't made more new videos yet about her YouTube channel, Benini's Kitchen, but I'll have it posted in the info, y'all. I think this time I hope I remember myself. Now, I went to Vice.com. Now, last week, speaking of Zoom calls, but Zoom calls going wrong. Okay, the motherboard tech by Vice. Okay, Vice be talking about all different types of subjects, whatever. But New Yorker suspends Jeffrey Toobin for choking. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Choking Bob on Zoom call. The call was an election stimulation. This is what they said, featuring New Yorker All-Stars. Toobin apologized for embarrassingly the stupid mistake. Oh, okay. Okay, this was posted on October the 19th, 2020 at 6:07 p.m. The New Yorker has suspended reporter Jeffrey Toobin for I'm just going to leave it at that. On a Zoom video chat between members of the New Yorker and WNYC radio last week. Toobin said he did not realize his video was on. I made an embarrassingly stupid mistake believing I was off camera. I apologize to my wife, family, friends, and co-workers, Toobin told Motherboard. I believe I was not visible to Zoom. I thought no one on the Zoom call could see me. I thought I had muted the Zoom video, he added. Muted? Mute just means you can't, people can't hear you. And you can hear them, but they can't hear you. If he needed to take care of that and jack away, he could have waited after the call, made sure his video, what, huh? Let me continue. What the hell? Two people who were on the call told Vice separately that the call was election stimulation. The word stimulation is interesting now. Featuring many of the New York's biggest stars. Jane Mayer was playing establishment Republicans. Evan Arnold was Joe Biden. Jenna Cope was establishment Democrats. Marsha Gibson played Donald Trump. or like to say Core 45. Andrew Martinez was the far right. Sue Harper was the right-wing Democrats. Jesse Friedland was the military, and Jeffrey Toobin playing the courts. There were also a handful of other producers on the call from the New Yorker and WNYC. Both people who spoke on the condition of not meet in order to speak freely know that it was unclear how much each person saw, but both said they saw Toobin off. The two sources described a juncture in an election stimulation. It seemed like he was stimulated, all right, when there was a strategy session, and the Democrats and Republicans went into their respective breakout rooms about 10 minutes. At this point, they said it seemed that Toobin was on a second video call. The sources said that when the groups returned from their breakout rooms, Toobin lowered the camera. The people on the call said they could see Toobin touching his eggplant, then left the call. Moments later, he called back and was seen to be aware of what his colleagues had been able to see, and his stimulation continued. The New Yorker spokesperson Natalie Roberts said Jeffrey Toobin has been suspended while we investigate the matter. Toobin's last email has been disabled, and he has not tweeted since October the 13th. He did, however, appear on CNN, where he is the network's chief legal analyst, on Saturday. Jeff Toobin has asked for some time off while he deals with personal issue, which we have granted, CNN has said in a statement. The New Yorker editor David Remnick wrote in an email to New York staffers, "Dear all, as you may read in various news reports today, one of our writers, Jeff Toobin, was suspended after an incident on a Zoom call last week. Please be assured that we take such matters seriously and that we are looking into it. Best, David." A source told Motherboard that YC informed the staff on Monday that Toobin can no longer be booked on the shows or work with WNYC in any other professional capacity. Doubleday, an imprint of Random House, which published Toobin's latest book, did not respond to emails. Neither Toobin's literary agent Christine Dow or No Greater Talent Network, which represents Toobin. WNYC declined to comment. WNYC contributed reporting. This piece was updated with more details about the call and during scene. So that is still pending. But man, that y'all, it's some questions right there, because it's, to me personally, I'm like, either he had a fetish or either some rare, which I'm going by what it's saying. Did he get off with them doing the elections, the election, whatever it was called? Oh gosh, just. First, it made it seem like before they really said what's going on, it was like accidental, like as if he got up and thought the camera was off. By the way, it was red, and he might have been naked from the waist down, but just naked, like some people be like in their pajama pants, and sometimes they, their underwear and stuff like that, and, a lot of this Zoom stuff, or just, a camera, you don't be dressed all the way, you pajama down. Heck, I've been doing that sometimes when I do a lot of my YouTube videos, I be pajama down. Just be regular shirt. Sometimes now, heck, I be my PJs too. Like, I don't put it at all. But anyway, that's why I first thought first until they got more on that. But it's like, dude, if he's up here, I'm talking about him. That may be an issue, and he need to be out off the job, because that seems to be on some perverted stuff the way it's seeming. Some. That's not a term. That's peeping Tom out. That's something that's nasty. That remind me that be sometimes some nasty folks who be in the brown trench coats and up there and doing nasty stuff. I'm just trying to be nice with them, okay? And this is also what I see from the Trey Mo. I hope I'm saying his name correct. I don't want to say Trey Songz not correctly, but he has he talks a lot of stuff about the news and stuff, whatever too. And I forgot to talk about this. This is from the Standard Entertainment Lifestyle, and this is sad but interesting. Pastor quits church to become a stripper. See, that's that thing lots of out. We come from sometimes strip backgrounds, and they be sometimes. I know this is a stereotype, but sometimes they be freakier the more. Okay. Oh, I know I'll tell the story later on in the future, but I used to work at Priscilla's, now Sabrilla's. If y'all heard about places like Adam and Eve and stuff like that, sell lingerie, sex toys, and I didn't know Hot Topic slash Slip Spence, ain't it Spencer's? I think it's Spencer slash Hot Topic, whatever said correctly. I didn't know they sold sex toys. I know they have like sometimes risque stuff there, but it's not to me. But they be having, the adult toys too and stuff like that, whatever, right? And I remember this one person when I worked there, and it's been years ago since I worked there. And I had to break a 50, and I'm just gonna keep it real. She was buying, a couple toys, and I remember the one thing she bought was anal beads. And she was just like, "Oh, thank you so much. Now I got some change for church tomorrow." I wasn't judging, but I'm just saying, some of them be real. That was one of the main things besides booze and stuff that actually was sold was anal beads. Some people requested that and stuff, when we getting some in. Oh. Yep. So anyway, let me go on with this article by Mir. Okay, now, a pastor given up the church become a stripper and has amassed thousands of fans who pay to see her X-rated photos and videos. Mama 3, Nicole Mitchell, said she always wanted to become an exotic dancer, but she was brought up in a strict, brought up in a strict Christian family, which put a damper on her dreams. She has now come out as a freak league, and bisexual, and carved a new career as a stripper, model, and exotic dancer. Nicole regularly posts semi-clad images on her Instagram page to 42,000 followers and runs a successful OnlyFans account where people pay to see explicit photos and videos of her. She said, "I started off timid, just like topless photos." Okay, that's timid, okay. "But I am a point where I take personal requests and make videos to very tailored to people's specific desires." Oh Lord, I didn't be careful of that, because some of the people be wanting some crazy stuff. Okay, the 36-year-old said she longed to be a stripper, but grew up in a strict Baptist family, so undocumented to believe her desires and body were innately sinful and bad. Nicole got married and became a pastor, which she said was a move seen as rebellious in her family's eyes, as a woman's place was in the kitchen and looking after her children. But when Nicole and her now ex-husband joined Evangelist Mega Church in St. Paul, Minnesota, she had an epiphany which led to her life-changing decision. Nicole began to question her sexuality in 2016 after she went on to a LGBT or theater performance, and she realized she was bisexual, pansexual. Okay, well, alright. "I knew if I revealed my queerness, I would lose all because the church is not welcoming to queer people," she said. Not wanting to live a dubious life, I'll be cutting the words, y'all. Nicole left the church for good and came out in a confessional YouTube video posted on her social media platforms. Nicole, who has now relocated to Los Angeles, divorced her husband, says she's happier than ever. Okay, where's her kids at? Okay, never mind. I'll continue to read this. She's added, "Every person has the right to express themselves in whatever way feels good to them, and this is how it feels good to me. My sexuality is incredibly healing and scarce, and when I give this gift to people, it blesses them." Okay, there's no words, whatever. I don't. Sadly, this is not the first time I've heard about this. Like I said, Okay, y'all. Next up story. Have you heard about Euphoria? I don't know if I talked about this before, but let me go ahead and bring it up, y'all. Now, I actually used to review the first season. There's only been one season of Euphoria, which is like a shocking ass show that came on HBO that dealt with a suburb town in California. I don't know exactly where it was. Euphoria with these teens, okay? And Zendaya played the heck out the role. She been one of the enemy for that role. And actually, this is on the website icecreamcombos.com. They also, of course, have their own Instagram page. But Zendaya announces 2 special Euphoria episodes, October 19, 2020 by Xavier. Zendaya got me all hyped on Monday when she announced HBO will air not 1 but 2 special episodes of the hit series Euphoria. The Emmy-winning actress took to Instagram right. We really missed them. 2 special Euphoria episodes coming soon. First one December the 6th at HBO. According to Deadline, HBO said the specials are tending to bridge the gap between season 1 and the forthcoming second season. Zendaya teased with the episode during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live when she said, "We might end up doing a little bridge episode. I really don't know how to describe it, but an episode that we can do with a limited amount of people in a self environment, so we can have something to live on until we're able to go into season 2." The first bonus episode, as they spoke, is titled "Trouble Don't Last Always," and it follows as Ruth celebrates Christmas. The episode also stars Coleman Domingo, who stars in the forthcoming Netflix film Ma Rainey Black Bottom. Can't wait to see that film, y'all. Okay, Trouble Don't Last Always will air Sunday, December 6th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No dating info have been released about the second episode. Both episodes produced under the Rona guidelines. So y'all fans of that show, they got some stuff coming up. Okay, now damn it. Now I had this. Okay, let me put this up again. Speaking, we're gonna go to the reading section, as they said. Now, y'all remember Real Housewife of Atlanta with Claudia Jordan when she's like a TV radio personnel, whatever, right? Actually, when she was on the show, it was like, her, Nene and Claudia Jordan, the one season she was on there, went back and forth as well. Now, recently, Nene is not going to come back to Real Housewife of Atlanta. She's not coming back this season and so forth. So I know that she had, I guess a snippet of possible show, like a preview called The Read Session. And one of the guests, which she's asking for gay men to limit like their accessory something, which is complete bullshit. But anyway, I mean, they're people, not accessories, okay? But, one of the men who were on there, after they do the lines of certain quote reads, asked her about, so are you happy with Sarah? Something about acting like what, about Cynthia's wedding, who used to be her former best friend. They been got ripped up, the contract been ripped up and every damn thing. But anyways, y'all, she basically said it didn't benefit her about her going. And we don't know because, she expected to be paid or whatever cases. And I'm thinking like, okay, what do you mean benefit for you going? I mean, it'd be different even if she just said she didn't want to go because it was like Rona might be up there, might make that a super event where she really Tootsie Rolls across there and shit like that. So I can understand her saying that, but making it seem like it had to benefit her, which is supposed to benefit the blessing between two people in a union together, which was with Cynthia. Now, Mike, I'm going to call, is his my name Hill or Chill? Is that what she says together? It's Chill. They're Chills. Okay, but whatever. But okay, because Claudia Jordan did go to there. Okay, so I'm on realitytv.com, and Claudia Jordan slams Nene Leakes for laughing at domestic views. It says Nene is a miserable spirit or rod spirit, which Allison posted on October 29th, 2020. Now, actually, this is in a connection with another reality show. Now, Phaedra Parks, who's been, was pushed off of a Real House of Atlanta, especially putting that horrible alleged rumor, being one of the main people about Candy, and saying she was going to basically violate Bill Cosby and violate Portia, whatever, in this dungeon, whatever. But anyway, she's made this basically fake relationship with this guy. I forgot what his name was, but it started with an M. And Claudia Jordan said she used to go with the guy, and he basically was a toxic, throw hands, basically bitch assness. So anyway, this is because I'm going about with somebody going to bring this up in the comment. But let's get into the article. Just because someone is no longer on Real Housewife of Atlanta doesn't mean there can't be some good old-fashioned drama. Shockingly, this involves the recent departed Nene Leakes and season 7 veteran Claudia Jordan. Fans of the show remember Claudia and Nene having a less than amicable friendship, though one might be hard-pressed to find Nene in any kind of amicable friendship. Claudia was one and line fired, done, but left her mark. Her legacy formed as one of the few people who dared to go directly up against Nene. Yeah, that's true. Though she left the show, it didn't deter Claudia from sharing her opinion. In May of this year, Claudia and Vivica A. Fox questioning Nene's actions were the result of, let's just say, chemical substances. Well, damn, I didn't know that part. It wasn't well received well. Now Nene and Claudia are at it again. Apparently, Nene mocked Claudia's experience with domestic abuse. You think you heard of reading someone to filth? Well, we about to get into the sewer, okay? Miss Claudia just broke out with the encyclopedia. Claudia's borrowed life was short, but her name achieved a level of status when she found distinct similarities between Nene's hair and ramen noodles. Hashtag never forget. Nene won the war by a technical knockdown when Claudia's contract was renewed. Well, back in the ring, thanks to Cynthia Bailey's wedding. According to Up News Info, it got nasty. Claudia attending the they so ready. They got to edit like the line through the disease spread. Oh my gosh, blessed event. But Nene wouldn't RSVP unless her gift bag came with a $125,000 check. When Nene commented about her reason for skipping the party on social media, Claudia responded, she wrote, "Just say you couldn't make it or felt uncomfortable going. Too many people make this wedding about them." It's word all capital letters. A fan of Nene's was not pleased and wrote an inappropriate reply to Claudia, a troll Hogan gangster, with the Twitter fingers. "I see why that nigga, even though they got blurred out, I'm just gonna say with this. That nigga whipped your ass. Go get the corns off your toes fixed." Nene must have heard a bell ring because she went to the fight. She replied to this person with a slew of mad crying, laughing emojis. Now, whether Nene has been in domestic fights before or not, that is extremely low, though, and extremely inappropriate. And very sick and evil for her to say something like that. But that just shows Nene's character, okay? But let's continue. So Claudia unleashed the wrath. Jasmine Brand shared the screenshots. To Nene, she said, "Okay, I guess since you want to laugh at my abuse, now I have the green light to laugh at the abuse your surgeon have been doing to that face. Oh shit, here we go." Claudia proceeded to detail her thoughts regarding Nene's personality. "Your attitude sucks. You're such a talented, illiterate, narcissistic bully who thinks you're far more important than you really are. Your brain is being rude, abrasive, and arrogant. You're a joke. A punchline at best." I'm not saying Claudia is speaking for many, but Claudia is speaking for many. Okay? Claudia is not calling for the check yet. Touching on Nene insulting William Williams' medical condition, Claudia said, "If you weren't so busy shitting on one of your talk show friend hosts and looking down your 5 times reconstructed morsosity of the nose, she could have gave you some tips." Claudia was not lacking content. "You deserve all this karma for all the people you have hurt along the way, but now we're supposed to feel bad for you because you tricked off your opportunity," she concluded. "This fall from grace will not be pretty, and you deserve every bit of your destiny. I hope you say those coins you used to brag about. I doubt it. But Claudia, what about Nene's career? The real gag is you once told me Hollywood wasn't checking for me. Well, now look who the whole world ain't checking for. You," Claudia included. Note to self, don't make Claudia mad. Who fumbles a $2 million easy bag? Then Claudia goes full boss level. Then films it in an empty warehouse and calls it a talk show while looking every bit of a non-union public access TV project. Services will now be held for Nene Leakes after reading this article. May she RIP because there's simply no recovery from the lethal weapons that appears to be Claudia's typing fingers. Nene hasn't responded, but she could be preparing a YouTube video at this very moment. I hope Claudia's ready to get checked back because Nene likes to have the last word. That said, this round definitely goes to Claudia. Ding, ding, ding. Now, wait a minute. It was one little part that was not added. It was just one little part. Most of it was said, but here. Okay. Now, it was just one thing that she said that I don't know why they didn't put in here. Okay. Okay, then this is another part. I went to realityverb.com. Let me give them credit if they have somebody wrote this by Lindsay Cronin. That was 3 days ago. So I'm going down their article because they're talking about the same thing, but with just one part that other one that I just went to article just didn't talk about. And she was talking about your punchlines. And this is why Claudia also suggested on Instagram that she and Nene met in 2009 during time when Nene allegedly was cheating on her husband, Greg Leakes. Maybe it's time I leaked the backstory of how we came to know each other in 2009 when you needed to insist while you were out bopping behind Greg's back with a certain football player. That's the real reason you came for me so hard on your show. You knew I knew and kept your secret. You thought calling me a hoe would make you less of one. Nah, B. Only one of us had to trade meow for red bottoms, and it ain't me, she stated. So, yeah, y'all. Whew. Well, that's a closed casket. I mean, Nene might come back, but I haven't heard anything as of yet that she said. But damn, there's nothing else to say. Just damn. But I mean, she asked for it, and Claudia sure didn't answer that. That's how I'll say about that one. But okay, y'all. Back to some more tricks or some tricks, which one you prefer. Now we're about to go to Instagram, a couple bookmarks, and let me see here. If it goes to that. Okay, Keisha Cole, in the Shade Room has a few words about the industry. And gotta watch these industry pictures, fake as fuck for real. And most of them have an agenda. I'm actually happy to hit my 40 soon. I can see the shit clearly now. Stay, inhale, exhale with a small emoji. But I don't know what's going on. And also in the Shade Room, they said so far, according to Chagina, I know she either used to be involved or still is involved with Lil Uzi Vert or whatever's going on. And someone had a picture where she looked like she was actually with Lil Uzi Vert, and they were taking a picture, sometimes the best lighting is in the bathroom type of picture. I mean, they fully clothed, whatever. And she like, this is an old picture. And cause, that's what JD was referring to. But, and Young Miami, her friend, she's, friend in, or best whatever, in also City Girls was like, laugh my ass RMG. And y'all, yesterday, I took combos. Now, I heard about this rapper, I don't know if he said Sling, becoming a Rod Rave. And yesterday, y'all, which already, it was a lot of people in the damn audience, and a lot of people stay. See, everybody needs to stay their ass home, but they're going to have to stay their ass home, because they came on the stage, right, and Alexis Slide was a lot of dudes on, and then somebody pulled Alexis Slide, the damn freaking concert stage collapsed, but they said everybody's okay. And that's what they said. Rod Rave's trending on social media after he and his crew fell through a stage at his Atlanta concert last Saturday night. On Saturday night, good news, nobody seriously hurt. But at the same time, there was no mask. There was a bunch of people on stage, a bunch of people in the audience. I mean, at least what I've seen. But it was like, okay, we're in the middle of the Rona, and it don't make it no better. On top of that, all these people on stage, like I said, this post and talk about, but Leslie Sky was on there. Okay. So, but anyways, there is so much, because a lot of it yesterday, y'all was talking about, of course, the Halloween costumes and stuff, whatever. And I forgot to mention, but I was really supposed to say this at the beginning of this, okay? I wanted to send condolences. Now, have y'all heard about the legend of actor Sean Connery? The first and ultimate James Bond had died at 90 years young. Okay, sir, Sean Connery has died at age of 90. His family said. The Scottish actor is best known for his betrothed, James Bond, being the first to bring the role to the big screen and appearing in 7 of the spy thrillers. Sir Sean died overnight in his sleep while in the Bahamas. It is understood he had been unwell for some time. His acting career spanned decades, and many of his awards include an Oscar, 2 BAFTA Awards, and 3 Golden Globes. Sir Sean's other films include The Hunt for Red October, Indiana Jones, and The Last Crusade, and The Rock. He was largely regarded as being the best actor to have played 007 in a long-running franchise, often being named as such in polls. We send our condolences and to family and friends. Like I said, he was legend, got rest his soul, whatever. Enough said. Just enough said. That's sad, because like I said, like I said, he living legend in the acting world. And well, no, but also who passed away this week, and unfortunately, is 7 years young. If your gospel trailblazer Bishop Rance Allen has passed away, it's all set to yonder. And there wasn't a lot of information about his passing, but gospel legend Bishop Rance Allen dies at age 71. We send our condolences, family, friends, condolences as well. But he has his voice, y'all, that when he sings, he also has, last year seemed like this this gorgeous silver hair. And when he sings, he can just tap dance. Just like he dances like angels dancing on the clouds type of voice. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but man, that's just sad. So condolences to his family as well. Also, Nelly and Chantel Jackson, who actually used to be one of Four Main Brothers, one of his many exes, whatever. She's been with Nelly for, the rapper, country singer, I think sometimes ever, so forth, for years. And Sincerely Liz, which is also posted yesterday, October 31st of 2020. Nelly and Chantel Jackson are working towards engagement. Rapper says she's the one. Okay, let's see how this goes. But he was with Ashanti. Maybe he changed, but I'm just saying he was Ashanti and act like he didn't want to claim her. He was with her 10 old years. Okay. Are wedding bells on the horizon for rapper Nelly and his longtime girlfriend Chantel Jackson? That looks like a real possibility after Nelly gushed about his lady on this week episode Dancing with the Stars. Nelly dedicated his Argentine tango with professional dance partner Delina Delina K to Chantel Jackson. He recently explained, "I would not want my life not have Chantel in it. We've been seeing each other for 5 or 6 years. Anytime you can connect with someone like that, it works out for the long run. She's sweet, beautiful, and the more we get to know her, she's just beautiful inside." The full articles on. I'm not going to chat Brandon for all that, but I wonder when he's gonna realize he wants to marry her. Okay. Also, this is another article. I think I'm going to get to that a little later on. I'm almost that hour, y'all. I'm just going to give it a second and then I'll come with a couple more articles and I will be right back. Okay, y'all. When I take a little break, also there was a couple more posts that came up, y'all. So I'm gonna go this quickly, but at the same time, you know how this goes, y'all. When y'all listen to me just by myself, I can talk up a storm. Maybe a couple tropical hurricanes and a hurricane somewhere. But anyway, now first with Instagram, not first. Now I was just on the damn tabs. Mercury retrograde. Now, wait a minute. Also, was another sad thing I wanted to say. I don't want to not say forget, but if you know about the phenomenal lyricist rapper Freeway, who was originally associated when Jay-Z was a Dame Dash when they made Rockefeller Records. One of his children passed away, his son, so it can send those as positive light for him and his family. Oh, gosh, it's just, that's sad, to lose a loved one, to lose a child. And, so, the thing is that, going back down to the, thing. First, we're going to go to the Tamar Braxton thing because, again, now, recently, she was on Tamar Hall's, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, a show. And to me, this thing of, there's issues of, denial and delusion, and still, to a certain point, she continues to defend this person who is toxic and dangerous to her. It's either the show or indirectly or directly her family is to blame, but not her or other people. it's, you could go go by the fact of the daddy issues, or maybe the bitterness of mama. It's a lot of issues. And I know she would say she was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, but I could have sworn, did she say anything about that she's taking any medication for that? That's all you need to take medication for, whether it's one or both of those things. Heck, I mean, that's a whole other story with my thing, but I sure know I had to take a certain antidepressant medication for having been diagnosed with both of those medical conditions as well. And so the thing of here she has these conditions is not taking anything for them is already a danger sign as is. And the therapy, I don't know how many times she goes to that, but like I said. Now this article was 4 days ago from Lubby Tees 2002, her Instagram, and here's Tamar Braxton challenged her ex to release a video allegedly showing her attacking him in his car, but he's saying he can't because Tamar busted the camera to pieces. A rep for David Adresso, or David Dynamic, I like to call it sometimes, who recently got a RO, which is a restraining order, against Tamar over this claims her recent plea on Tamar Hall for him to show the cards as far as evidence that evidence is moot because she knows damn well she destroyed his camera showing there's no video evidence, and she claims like it's on cloud and stuff. Not only that, the rep says David's dash cam only captured front and back views from the car. It didn't record anything inside the vehicle, something allegedly Tamar wouldn't know if she had just asked before jumping to conclusions acting hastily. The rep says the destruction of David's property after the alleged attack ended up costing him upwards to $1,600. In fact, he's now claiming he had to shell out more than $7,500 total for other damage she allegedly caused in a violent episode this past August. Okay, David's rep feels Tamar and her fam twist the truth to fit whatever narrative best suits them, basically dismissing her emotions on Tamar's show as crocodile tears. One last thing, the rep claims the reality star Malika Hack, that's also one of the twins, if y'all remember the classic movie ATL, she was one of the twins, saw the whole thing go down, but refused to cooperate across whatsoever. She hasn't commented on at all this far. And also, again, even though Tamar was saying like, David had failed her or something like that, she still was saying he was a good man. He was the best friend of my child. He was this, he was a good person and blah, 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 and everything else. It's really ridiculous and messed up. Because it's like, again, she was saying like, basically the show was this problem. I know what she was on there now to get Aeon Event, which also she said this is going to be her last season of Fix My Life. She was saying that like somebody told her, I guess when they were writing down notes about Tamar being attacked as a child, and but it wasn't something Ivana even said, and I think that it was actually brought up in the show. And if y'all remember seeing that, or remember like Tamar would just like, dude, this, and I'm thinking this, blah, blah, blah. And the mom had to basically tell her to hush up because it was just like, she just wouldn't stop, like talking or not letting Vanna get her point out. But at the same time, like I said, we've seen Tamar, if y'all seen it Get Y'all Life, we've seen for herself, like, she doesn't take accountability for what she does or how she responds to things as well. Or even takes accountability of like she tunes out some of these men, what they do to her, because wasn't like her mama had told about what Vincent done to her as far as attacking it. She tried to make it seem like the mama, whatever the heck she talking about, or blah, 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 or changed the she just and then she trying to come out with a podcast. Now, to make a long story short, really Tamar just needs to take time to heal, not just a couple days and stuff like that. The woman did try to end it all, I'll say that. And it's still the same process about how she does things. And meaning it's being toxic and nothing is healing. So, she really needs to get herself together, take some time off, and not talk a couple months, several months, a year at least or more. That's what she needs to do instead of like putting herself in these situations, because there needs to be a lot of healing within herself. Maybe she needs to have separate and not with her family. But it's so much there that doesn't make any sense. And even down to her, like, refusing to accept, like, David was a toxic person, saying that was Child's best friend. He was a good stepfather. Like, what? Anyways. Also, on Jasmine Brand, exclusive, Lamar Odom's ex Lisa Morel's plans to be an open book on the Basketball Wives, open up about co-parenting challenges. And here's just real quick. Like, this is going to be interesting in anybody watching. The Jasmine Brand exclusively reports new details surrounding Lamar ex Lisa Morel's being added to new cast member to Basketball Wives. Lisa Morel shares two children, Lamar Odom's son named Lamar Jr., daughter named Destiny. The pair unfortunately lost their third child when the baby was only 6 months old. Sources tell us that her storyline will revolve around her transitioning from New York to Los Angeles to pursue a real estate career. A source tells us she really wants to come on the show and share her story and some of the things she's been through. She's a single working mom, and it has been a challenge at times co-parenting with her children's father, Lamar Odom. While it's likely Lamar won't make any appearance on the show, Liza plans to be transparent about her life, we're told. She's an open book. She had some drama with Lamar not being as involved with the children as she should, but she's not going to bash him, even though that could be said. She just did. She wants the best for her children and her career. The source adds, the show will give her the opportunity to let people see how relatable she is and what like co-parent with someone who battles addiction. Okay, and it's how isn't this like how is this going to help? It is the thing. It just can be shown as nothing but somebody being bitter. It's so much to be said, but damn. Okay. But anyway, also another thing, I don't want to talk about the board stuff. Now, Kim Kardashian's birthday, Kardashian West's birthday, she celebrated on a private island. And the thing is concerning, it's like, okay, y'all out and about, like, y'all know Rona's out there Tootsie Rolls and stuff. Okay, after 2 weeks, and here she just said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asked everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest in the circle to a trip to a private island where we could pretend things are normal just for a brief moment in time. And here she continues, we danced, rode bikes, swam near whales, whatever. Watch a movie on the beach and so much more. I realize that for most people, this is something so far to reach now. So moments like these, I'm humbly reminded how privileged my life is. This is 40 hashtags. Before Rona, I didn't think any of us were truly privileged with a simple luxury would be able to travel together and with family, friends in a safe environment. Okay. Interesting enough, here's one thing. First, Kanye West, his present to Kim Kardashian was a hologram of her, Courtney, Khloe's, and Rob's dad. And, of course, Kanye found some way to make it about him, because the hologram, which looked a lot like their dad, is talking to Kim for 3 minutes because she uploaded, which was also on Jasmine Brand. He had to remind us somehow, Conway, you married a wonderful man. Okay, really, Kanye, you just had to add that in? Okay, whatever. But anyway, let's see. Now, Khloe, okay, this is like Khloe had revenge her getaway. But interesting enough, wasn't Khloe just tested, was this before or after this trip, has tested tested for the Rona. Rona up there made her debut over there. But okay, that's a damn business. But it's like, what the hell? But anyway, now recently in turn of events, we're seeing more of an increase of right before, which November the 3rd is the general last day election, where we find out who is either at Code 45, but unfortunately is going to be our president again, or Biden gets into office in upcoming January 2021. Now, recently we seen, like, even though Ice Cube has not completely endorsed with Trump, he's claimed like it wasn't Trump, even though when he tried to explain his plan, I think on the Ronald Martin's interview, he kind of like didn't really explain thoroughly about what was his Platinum Plus plot by pan or whatever. And it's interesting enough, like, this came out right before they're about to do the elections. And didn't that what Steve Harvey supposedly met with Core 45 beginning of his thing as well, but other people. And what has changed besides him changing hopefully his draws? Anyways, now we're seeing like rappers like, if y'all remember Gunplay, he was supposed to be on the Rick Ross, and he was also on Love and Hip Hop Miami the first 2 seasons. Well, kind of like really the first season. He kind of wasn't there as much the second one, but he's endorsing him. Lil Wayne is, even though Mr. 45 had Rona up here, Tootsie Rosen, and him and his wife and his youngest child got it. Here's Weezy talking about, but Weezy has proven that he's been not for us black folks, because he was, they showed an interview, reminded Skin, like, he like Black Lives Matter, I'm a rich nigga, blah, 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 got mad, stuff like that, ain't got nothing to do with me. He doesn't, act like just because racism didn't affect him because a white cop had affected him. I mean, there's, like I said, not everybody who's not a black person is not racist, but the fact is him kind of being ignorant to it. And, his thing that he doesn't, the color is the issues and has self-issues, he been kind of just proving that. So he could have just had a Zoom meeting instead of do this stuff. They're the official Celebrity XO I got here. He just had a great meeting with real Code 45, like I said, besides what he's done for the criminal reform. Okay. The Platinum Pop 5 plan, that's what I'm saying, is going to give the community ownership. Okay, who? He listened to what we had to say and assures he can get it done. And he just thumbs up like, yes, sir, Dean Cain, sir. Okay, in the damn photo. And like I said, this is not surprising, sadly. And then Pusha T, which is actually used to be 2 brothers who look like they could have been identical twins, but one is 4 years older than the other. They used to be No Malice, who used to be formerly Malice, and Pusha T. Pusha T, recently remember had beef with Drake and all this other stuff, whatever, but you can't get the fact that he's actually good as rapper. And I think I don't know if he's still under Kanye West, his label, whatever, but Mikhail Six from the Scorpion Show, which is half of, Scorpion Show, which is Kevin and Mikhail, who talk about usually like, what's going on in entertainment and other stuff. It was interesting what he said. I have a post, and Pusha T said, but I'm sorry, but it's sad, but it's true, but it's funny at the same time. Wayne complained about Biden tax plan, but had no issues when Birdman did it to him for 30 years. I mean, it's true, though. I mean, it's true. Speaking of reality, now yesterday, y'all, Rona, they had set the numbers in just for Michigan alone. Rona sat here and visit the results, the highest new number yet, and it's spiking up. Are we still in the second wave of Rona? Is the second bag of this bitch come in, or the third one come in? What's going on? It was 3,700 something people who had Rona visit them, okay? Now, from Body Alert, here's another thing. New York wedding and birthday caused 36 Rona cases, nearly 300 quarantine. New York's wedding and birthday caused 56 COVID cases and 3,000 quarantine. Blog by Pistol Whip Quisted Ya. I guess if you're thinking about partying, this news might make you stay at home. A wedding birthday party turned into Rona super spreaders, causing more than 50 cases of Rona cases and near 300 people to quarantine. According to ABC, the wedding was held October the 17th at a Norfolk County club in Cooglit, Long Island, and exceeding the 50 people per room maximum issued by the state. Now the venue was left with a hefty $7,000 fine. 91 people attended the wedding, 27 guests, 2 employees, and 1 contacted Rona, and 160 people had to quarantine. This is kind of blatant disregard for the well-being of others. It's not only extremely disappointing, it will not be tolerated, Suffolk County Executive Stephen Ballone stated during a news conference on Wednesday. Let's continue. On the same date as the wedding was a nearby adult party in the town of Bellport, which included 50 attendees. Benton acknowledged the party didn't violate the state COVID-19 Rona-19 rules, but it did show what happens when people don't properly social distance. The birthday party ended with 26 confirmed corona cases. That's different than 1/3. Okay, causing that's half. That's half. That's half plus one. Okay, 26 cases, causing 132 people to quarantine, the news station reports. Stormfront County was already trying to recover from the aftermath of a Sweet 16 party that took place 2 weeks before. That party left 28 students and 9 adults with the Rona, and a venue where it took place, Mills Place in to receive a $12,000 fine in its role. See, that money ain't worth it, because if these places are getting fined, then they losing money on top of that. Okay, Somerville County has had 50,000 confirmed cases and 2,000 deaths as of October 29th. According to Johns Hopkins, Suffolk has been ranked 15 among the least of deadliest counties in the country. These kind of super spread threats are a threat to our public health and to our continuing economic recovery. Bellow stating if violating these rules should be called and held responsible. Remember, y'all, we were told that this was a hoax, right? Yeah. So here's another thing with Rona. Minnesota, and also for Butler, sees a rise in Rona outbreaks linked to Core 45's campaign events. This was three days ago as well. Blog by Cabbage Cash Girl. Minnesota sees a rise in Rona outbreaks linked to Code 45's campaign events. Minnesota is reporting that 3 Rona outbreaks related to Code 45's campaign events held in September. The Minnesota Department of Health says in an email to CNN that at least 23 cases have been traced to outbreaks occurring at rally events in Burlington on September the 18th. A speech held by Vice President Pence in Minneapolis on September 24th, and another rally held by Core 45 in Duluth on September 30th. A CNN producer who attends Trump's rally said at least 12,000 people were in attendance. Based on the contract tracing by the State Department of Health, there were at least 16 cases and 2 hospitalizations identified among the attendees. According to Johns Hopkins University, in the month preceding the rally, the 7-day average new cases in Butler County were 2.85 new cases a day. On the day of the rally, cases climbed to 3 new cases a day, but 4 weeks later, the average rate of the new cases in the county increased to an average of 14.57 cases a day. The State Department of Health traced 3 attendees with Rona infections to the College for Core 45 listening event at the Intercontinental Hotel in Minneapolis, St. Paul, September 24th, held by President Ivanka Trump. A month before the event, the 7-day average was under 180 new cases in Hampton County, and dropped to an average of 169 new cases on the day of Mike Pence's visit. According to John Hopkins, a month later, on October 24th, the daily new cases were over 266 a day. An increase of coincidence with the overall upward trend of new cases on the state of New Minnesota that started September the 10th. On September the 18th, the state average number of new cases was 727 and had more than doubled a month later to 506 new cases a day. On September 16th, the state set a record number of new cases a day, along with 2,290 cases. Read a lesson, Barbara and Laura. Well, and I ain't got the one, y'all. I probably have to remember myself the next time I do this about how Code 45 abandoned folks, but that depends, if I feel like bringing it up or not. But, my next one to remember it. But anyways, y'all, going back to a couple more things here. Now, this is on TGTLivecast.com page, and it was a quick one. Now, if y'all remember back in the day, well, to about 10 to 11 years ago, actually. When Jeezy was tight, I don't know if it was Thug Motivation 102 came out, but remember like songs like Who Dat and other songs, it was like an ATL producer that was out, and I think I brought it out way long time ago. Talking about the producer was one of my Shorty Red on the track. And he was a hot producer. Now, I haven't really had heard that much about him like a couple years later after that, because it was rumors that, they were alleging like he out here pow somebody or a couple folks in his home. And I think it was like temporary robbery. But apparently, he's out or was able to prove his innocence, because it seemed like after that, I didn't really hear too much about him. But now they supposed to do Versus, which Versus has started ever since Rona has been out, where you have usually artists, which the first one I think it started was between Teddy Riley and Babyface. And we all know the funny part about that, how that, that took a couple takes. But one of the last ones, current ones that was popular is the Brandy Monica one, and people basically showcasing some of their hits or greatest hits or whatever. Some of the hits, I know last night Patti LaBelle did one, and it's basically like showcasing basically your events, basically your music. I don't even mean to say like your events, but showcasing your music. Some people had did it where they share screens, and some people have done it a lot of times in the same room. Like I think it was Body Killer beating. No, it was a Body Killer. I forgot. They had like Snoop Dogg and DMX, and like I said, I already mentioned Brandy Monica and so forth. So the upcoming one is Jeezy and T.I. And I know, I think I heard, but I don't know, allegedly, that Gucci Mane said that nobody can be in the same one. I was like, well, if he didn't have beef and all that fuckery that went down between like Jeezy and I didn't know T.I., I ain't gonna lie, had beef with Gucci Mane as well. Those on the top of my head could be people who could run against. I'm like, it's quite a few, but okay. And by the way, congrats to him and his wife, Keisha Gador. They did, they're expecting their first child together. They have like blended families, even though it's been controversy about the whole thing about, him with his son he had from previous relationship, and, him not really taking care of the child like supposed to. I mean, this is documents and stuff, that was said, but him and his wife are expecting their first child together is going to be a boy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, now here's going back to the little small article. Now hit the pause of Jeezy and TR schedule anticipated versus battle on November the 19th. But producer Shorty Red on the track, if y'all remember Shorty Red, that's what it said, says Jeezy owes him a big bag for his beats, and he will sue him if he uses those tracks on Versus TV. Now, if you go over here, he talks about a little about it. Shorty Red is known for producing a wide range of classic Jeezy songs. Yes, he is. So, I'm kind of like, how is he able to get away with this stuff? Because, yeah, and then Shorty Red has, his two little clips when he talks. And Shorty Red said, shit, personal now. And Big Shorty, he has like instead of like the soul man face, he used to be happy as hell. He has the mean red face, like emoji where he's frowning. So yeah, that's some stuff. But by the way, like I said, it's a lot of some of these black rappers. I know I'm jumping from subject to subject that are endorsing Court 45. And have y'all read the Platinum Pen? Do you think it's gonna work or whatever? But anyways, okay, because you got 50 Cent, Ice Cube, Gunplay, and whatever, because of them like more so about, well, I really had to pay more in taxes, and not seeing the other part, other parts. Okay, like I said, that's it's self-explanatory, y'all do the research. I ain't telling to y'all who to vote for, but it is what it is. Anyway, y'all, did y'all hear? I know Drake had to have surgery on his leg and knee, but also I heard his birthday party, he had macaroni cheese with raisins in it. Did y'all hear about that horror story? Now, that's a horror story scare itself. What? Macaroni with maybe I can't understand unless maybe if I was really, really had some good highest weed that I want to try to, or maybe when I with pregnancy, something like this. Has anybody tried that? And if y'all have, is it tasty? What the hell? Um, Recently, a couple of days ago, Tiffany Haddish's comment is spoken for as they talk sweetly on IG Live. Now, it was rumors that said they thought that Carmen and Tiffany Haddish split up, but they say they still in love and everything, and good for them, you know. Also, this too, I already talked about Ronnie Red said she's out as she says her final season of Fixing My Life. You know, go ahead, girl. And breathe. You know, no, Miss Lady. She ain't grown ass. What I'm talking about, some girl. Okay, but here's from Jasmine Brand again. Dr. Dre is trained while Nicole Young wants 3 of his alleged mistresses to testify against them in court. It seems like the divorce drama between Dr. Dre and his estranged wife Nicole Young won't be settled down anytime soon. The reports Nicole Young is asking for 3 of Dr. Dre's, born Andre Run, alleged mistresses to testify against them in court. The 3 women that Nicole Young is alleged attempted to subpoena dispositions are musical artist Julian Spear and Crystal Rogers, aka Crystal Sarah, and modern entrepreneur Keely Anderson. According to reports, Nicole Young was to testify in hopes that it will overturn the prenuptial agreement that she has with Dr. Dre. That's pretty interesting, but we knew this was going to be pretty, so that sucks. Okay, by the way, also Jasmine Brand is bringing it up. You know about the legendary group God Rest to Left Eye, who passed away in early 2000s. The TLC documentary in the works. This is by Kelly Williams, posted on October the 30th, 2020. TLC has landed a new documentary. According to reports, a 2-daughter documentary special on the R&B, probably in the R&B group, will air on next year on A&E. Titled Biography TLC, the doc will chronicle their career in the 90s and beyond. And somebody gonna say, what is more to tell? Some grief or whatever. And somebody said they keep retelling Elvis Amelio's story, Johnny K. Why can't they? Which is true. Like, I don't know why people have a problem about them, you know, say getting, you know, like more recognition and so forth. Like, they should be able to, like, you know, if repeated, I mean, they need to be recognized. I mean, the legendary group watching, they be able to continue to get special notoriety for what they contribute to, you know, the music show, okay? But anyway, I mean, music scene. And this was somebody being messy. Now, Jhené Aiko Block fan who asked her about Big Sean says Ariana Grande. The block bunny is the gift that keeps on giving for celebrities who want to avoid critics. It looks like Jhené Aiko is one of the latest stars who used to feature on Twitter. And one fan asked asked her about Ariana Grande, who dated Big Sean before him and Jhené Aiko's relationship began. They asked Jhené Aiko if she liked Ariana Grande's latest album, Positions, which was released October 30th. It didn't take long for the Trigger singer to block them. Well, dang. But it's kind of weird, like, why would, you know, like, they just really wanted to, just get something started. Now, of course, if y'all look at who the hell, somebody trying to send me a message. I don't know that person. They gonna get blocked. Anyway, y'all, of course there was the battle of the costume stars and stuff, and I noticed, like, Meg Thee Stallion had her own Halloween party, that, Cardi B, she was dressed like, I guess, like a devil superhero. I don't know, but her husband, which Offset, also, yes, I'm Pretty V or something. She also dressed as the mask, but it wasn't at her party. But Offset, he did spit everything. That was the top costumes. Just like Sweetie and her man Quavo. I don't know if they went to the party or not, but they were like 2 X-Men figures. And I know Sweetie was Mystique from X-Men, and I think he was Quavo Beast Boy or something like that, or Night Hunter. I hope I've got the names right. But this was cute because, you know, Sierra had to hit us with 4 looks. She had one from Nicki Minaj. She had one of Cardi B's look with it for her album that she released it about 2 years ago. Also Meg Thee Stallion showing that she has these legs of steel. And also her and her husband Russell Wilson had also did a reenactment of the part where Janet Jackson and Busta Rhymes, and one of my favorite songs, Busta Rhymes, wasn't gonna be featured Janet Jackson. So she was killing it. But I actually thought this was so cute, the message Cardi B had for Ciara, dressing up as one of the things. She also had her son Future, supposed to be the mini, I said she was, here's Cardi B. I'm gagging. I'm so hyped. Always been a huge fan of Ciara, and she became even big and became even a bigger fan after I met her. She's the most sweetest and the most nicest person in the world. A true peach. Staying sweet and humble was the prayer. I guess she was saying, how some people be asking about on the prayer thing. Also from Cardi B's post, like people be looking for negative. I seen this was from like almost 6 days ago, and like I brought up the last podcast that I had something on the lines of like I said I did see like something he was doing like promote like about voting and stuff with D Nice, and he has been using his platform, where it's like you need a ride, for example, from October 24th, 30th, from 6 p.m., getting free rides to polls and use this code to get there. So he's been posting, and that's what Cardi B has been showing. I only recently just started following Offset like a couple weeks ago, but he has been posting to get people vote, and just with several posts. And I just wanted to bring this up. This man has posted 10 plus times about voting, but the one time he talks about a bag, this is what makes y'all go into frenzy in deep conversations. I spoke to men about voting, and y'all call me dumb, or shut up or stay out of politics. When we go on live and talk about society, you will see the views go down real fast. I don't understand why people be fronting like y'all be interested in something, want to see more celebrities invest in social issues, but what y'all make trend is drama and buying what and who is getting what. So who is at fault, the celebs or the public? And that's a very interesting point, because he, they talk about bags and something else, and it's interesting. I talk about with like Cardi B, or also certain people shooting politics. And is Core 45 really a politic? I mean, certain people got in office that shouldn't have been, really, what I'm saying, in politics, like who don't have an experience in it, but still manage to, okay. But I'm just saying is that it is sad and true that some people, and that's just even just us regular folks, how some people will not look at the positive, but continue to look at the negative, or, drive, messed up. Okay, I've already talked about this, about the study cakes. And speaking of this, Mel B, who, if y'all remember, If You Want to Be My... Okay, that's all y'all getting from the Spice Girl. She was Scary Spice. She was doing her own. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She had left her husband, came out book. I still gotta listen to the audiobook, where she talked about all this crazy stuff, had like this lawsuit, said she was... It was a lot of stuff that went with her. But she had a child. I think she has 2 to 3 children altogether. I know she was married previous before. Now she divorced her second husband. But she had a child with Eddie Murphy and all this other stuff. And this is what she says now. This is also from Jasmine Brand. Mel B wants Eddie Murphy to pay more child support. Alleges her income is drastically reduced. Now, they ain't got nothing to do with the factory reduced. That'd be different. Usually, don't they usually request, like more, I'm just saying her reason more child support. It's not like saying, but so like a condition where the baby has quote unquote special needs, or he's getting way more money. So automatically kids supposed to get more child support based on the father's income or mother's income, because there are some women on child support as well. But here she's saying, but here's like, if Spice Girl star Mel B gets her way, the actor Eddie Murphy will have to pay more child support for their daughter, Angel 13. Mel B, real name is Manly Brown, asked for a January court hearing for their current agreement. She reportedly plans to request more child support and wants Eddie to show how much he makes. She also requests that Eddie Murphy pay for her lawyer fees. Mel B says she's asking for more financial support because her income is drastically it said drastically, her income drastically. I think they meant to say decrease, but it says increased on here. Okay, Mel B was given a sole physical custody over their child back in 2009. Annie Murphy was ordered to pay $25,000 a month plus the child's health insurance and any related costs, as well as educational fees. Mel B's attorney said he's failed to keep up and end an agreement. Okay, I'm not going to the website. Okay, so he's paying for teachers' health insurance and education. Okay. Now, it'd be different saying now, if he stopped paying the agreement or the amount that she's already been approved of, with some people can't even get $25 a month. That's different. But to say just because her income has changed, what is she doing with the money when she does get it? Okay. I guess to be continued, y'all. Get yourself together, poor child. Anyway, now, CNN, speaking of entertainment, I talked about earlier in my first part of this podcast about, somebody, that's part of CNN. But this, Kirstie Alley, which I somehow liked it too recently, her comments about, acting like Rona ain't out there. If she want to endorse Code 45, go ahead. But to act like Rona don't exist or racism and all this other stuff. But this is funny what CNN said, what Lovely Tia said, about, CNN's clapback. Now, here's Kirstie Alley say some comment, whatever. Now, I now know why my personal friends who walk around sheer terror contacting or getting, Rona are simply CNN imbuers. I decided to watch CNN for myself to get their viewpoint. Oh my God, did I ever. If you too want to live in terror, watch CNN. The fear of dying is their mantra. OMG. This dumb bitch. Anyway. And here goes CNN Communications applied to her. Kirstie, you're welcome to change the channel. Just like countless views did every time Veronica's Closet came on TV. If y'all remember back in the day, that was actually, so I didn't even watch when that show came on, but, it didn't last that many seasons. But don't downplay the loss of nearly 230,000 American lives. And please wear a mask. Yeah, you dumb heifer. That is ridiculous. Whew. Dang, that is enough said with that one. Ugh. And like I said, I had by the way, Tanisha, which is a very overslept artist, if you like one of his two on, she used to be an actress also too on some shows as 2.5 Men. And she brought up an interesting point. Like I said, I seen the party with Meg Thee Stallion had. She had the baby, Cardi B, and Cardi B, Offset, and JT. I didn't see if this other city girl was there, but I know Meg Thee Stallion said, if y'all ever heard the song Really Shout Out My Girl JT, I guess her and JT seem to be like more really closer. But what it was which was interesting. Again, here was a party with nobody, unless they had the mask on and part of their costumes. It was still too many people close together, considering what the heck is going on. But okay. But Tanisha and Ariana Grande, speaking of bringing it up again, remind us that Halloween parties aren't worth getting sick amidst the pandemic. Okay. These little Halloween parties are not worth getting sick for. Please be safe out here. USA has a new record of COVID cases in a day today. And Ariana Grande say this part. I guess she greeting followed. Please dress up, take pics, but then get your PJs and watch some scary movies. Going to parties right now is unsafe and absolutely not worth it. Please be safe and happy Halloween, everyone. Well, note to self. But anyway, also, like I said, I had a bunch of pictures, whatever. Now, here's the thing I wanted to bring up also. Now, Lil Nas X, who has came out, 2 years ago and stuff like that. Now, he was able to have the special effects that he was able to dress up as one of the scenes and costumes Nicki Minaj had. Now, y'all know he's a barb. And he ended up dressing up like her and stuff like that. He was able to camouflage I mean, of course, he had the time to make him look like he had boobs and stuff like that. But anyway, Dave East, who's a rapper, he may be pretty boring. He may be pretty boring little rapper. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't heard no songs from Dave East. And, but I know he played Method Man. I still watch a series that was on Hulu, and which got picked up for the second season. He plays, Method Man. Okay. And here's Shade Room, the clapback seasons. Okay. Now let's go here. Now, like I said, he had it like Nas Marnarge, whatever. But that's some good special effects. And here, Davies had to put in the stories. Body Man burned up with, the shaking, you put the hand like to the face. And New Lights is dressed as Halloween and Nicki Minaj for Halloween. And he's like, and y'all was mad about me. And y'all was mad at me about this nigga. And then somebody had brought up, and I think maybe not Lil Nas X had responded or retweeted on his Twitter or something, right? He was like, your session you have with the LGBTQ community is getting weird. Do you have anything to share with the class at Davies? And Lil Nas X was like this, it's baddie man nigga, can't even be homophobic properly, shake my head, pushing the hell out of the pay ATOIS. It's just really ridiculous. Like, I can't. That's really mad. But it's like, why was that even mentioned? Why was that even brought up? Also wanted to bring up, by the way, Shaven was able to catch that. Resonates back with WFM, which I brought up my last podcast, Holding Hands. But again, Hope and Grace God, she learned. She's still in the early 20s. She's still learning, okay? And even when you get grown as hell, you still learn. But that's all I got to say about that one. Also, let's see here. Another thing is that was brought up was on Day Daily, when people try to expose you and mind your business, Louis Eastbrook he himself posted a deleted pic for him and rumor ex JT from the City Girls. After swearing she would never mess with an F-boy of ex of hers again, after previously hinting Louis' verse was just that, it looks like they were at a party together after the Halloween party, which is, Meg's status party. Carissa was asking her where she was last night, and now we know. And here goes JG talking about that picture's old, and here go saying like, yo, you sure, sis? It's the hair and nails given yesterday. And here, Saucy's in Tana, which is, really, I know it was Hot Miami, Carissa's friend. And he was like, oh, I meant to tell y'all, JC's over there drinking glass, but I'm gonna mind my business. And somebody else we lost. He was like, rather drink glass there with a fuck boy. But again, JT saying. And even though when I looked at the costume, I guess she's supposed to be like either a Mortal Kombat character or a sexy, another sexy Power Ranger character. Yeah, the hair and the earrings do, like the other ladies say, are matching at the party last night. And okay, and here go JT saying again, the girl JT, what was I? And here young man, JT, I'm at your house alone. Where are you? Okay, girl JT, young man, you left me. I'm in safe hands, mamas. And here they are telling Morty damn minutes. Like, where you at? Young Miami saying, that's crazy. And here's Alonzo Arnold, sexy ninja, I guess, responding to her comment. And here's somebody say, sweet as saying hairstyle. Yeah, that looked like her and Uzi Vert were together. Somebody gonna post the pictures right next to each other. Whoops. Look like, and then somebody said, how we gonna let this go if y'all, everybody go. She like, let it go. But it does look like the exact same hairstyle ears. So maybe she might have repeated and wore that before again. Some people wear the same. A lot of us have the same styles. You might wear multiple and sometimes, accessories and stuff. Okay. Yeah, and last but not least, y'all, I'm going to tell about, let me see how many more minutes I got left. Now, we've seen snippets of the upcoming Vogue magazine with Beyonce, the Queen Bee, on there, y'all. And of course, she looks fabulous. I only use coconut oil or barley oil. It looks fabulous. Just, just the pictures in there, just fabulous, right? And this is the nice story is that, who shot those iconic pictures. Kennedy Carter shoots Beyonce for British Vogue magazine at 21 years old. Yes. Okay. And this is from Bottle Alert. Okay. Kennedy Carter shoots Beyonce for British Vogue magazine at 21 years old. Blogged by Don Paris. As the youngest cover photographer in the history of British Vogue, Kennedy Carter is a testament of that manifesting pays off. Just at 21 years old, Carter was given the opportunity of a lifetime when Vogue's editor-in-chief, Edward Enfunful, selected her and Beyonce herself to shoot Beyonce's British Vogue cover. A woman of color who is Beyonce wanted, and Carter described as a young, gifted, fine arts photographer whose work highlights the overlooked beauties of the Black experience, was the chosen one. I thought I wouldn't be able to do something at this level unless I was older, with many years in the game, Carter told Vogue UK. This is for the people at the pinnacle of their careers. Pinnacle, Lord, y'all know I'll be scratching words. The University of North Carolina at Greensboro student had admired Beyonce's ability to control her own narrative from a young age. It is really amazing that she's using her influence to be able to give young artists this experience and allowing their voices to be heard. She's opened the door for others. Carter, who only got into photography a few years ago, describes this as a full sucker moment. On her personal Instagram, Carter wrote, "For this to be my first cover at 21 favorite is an understatement. Manifest big as hell. Your destiny dreams will merge. Dope as heck. Black girls rock. Black girls magic. This is phenomenal. I wanted to end this long ass podcast again on this note. Of course, y'all, I was trying to say my last statement, y'all, and me accidentally pressing in. But like I said, hugs, love to all the above, positive vibes. Like I said, this is, it feels like 1:30 in the morning, but it's still 27 a.m. November the 2nd. So tomorrow, y'all, is officially general election day. Go by the vote if y'all part of U.S. if y'all haven't voted already. And I will see y'all after then. Hugs, a little positive vibes and all the bubs. And I will see y'all in the next podcast. Take care.